Oh, the arms test punch happened last weekend. Ryan still not convinced. Still hates the game. Says he wants it to burn in hell. Worst waste of a free download he's ever had.
I'm not really argue with that. I didn't say that, but I'm not going to argue with that.
I really liked it. I thought it was a lot of fun. A lot of people out in the world really liked it. It actually hit Amazon's number 3 most pre-ordered game like recently. So in whatever time span they look at. So yeah, pretty cool. A lot of people are excited for ARMS. I think it's gonna be a great game. Looks incredible. If you want to hear more about what we thought on ARMS, we posted a video of the test punch. Everything playing there. Check that out for sure. Ryan gives more in-depth thoughts on what he thought of ARMS.
Definitely, where I'm just complaining about motion controls and all that.
Yeah, which you don't have to use motion controls, so it's like.
Let's get into. Let's discuss it quickly though, just because we both played and everything. Although you maybe played like 15-20 minutes.
Yeah, but I played some more later, like in the weekend too.
Fair enough.
More than just that one.
So. My thing with ARMS, everything that I was worried about, I'm still worried about, not convinced with.
What were you worried about before?
With just like I'm just lobbing punches like across the stage. Yeah, some are hitting. I'm doing a lot of jumping to dodge and like your little
thing. What else do you want in a fighting game other than punching?
Kicking.
Body slamming.
Laser beams.
Why in a boxing game do you want, in a boxing game called ARMS? Do you want body slamming and kicking?
But what made Punch-Out so good?
Saturday Night Slam Masters.
Yeah, what made Punch-Out so good?
Why don't they just make
nothing? Punch-Out wasn't that good.
Really?
But what did make it good was the fact that it was a rhythm, and you had to solve puzzles to beat the guy. You had to recognize a pattern. You actually had to think a little bit before you could get through.
It's funny to think that there's guys out there that actually memorize that.
Yeah, no, it's insane. Yeah, but in Punch-Out, I was kidding. Punch-Out is a fun game, but this clearly is not Punch-Out. Like Punch-Out, you couldn't move. Literally all you did in Punch-Out was hit 2 buttons or lean left and right. Like you couldn't step, you couldn't do anything. That's all you did. So it's like that game's so good, but this one has all these other like different like commands and like things you can do, and it's like, why is it not as good then?
So back on like the PS2 era, GameCube era, there was this game called Rayman something Havoc that was like a Rayman multiplayer game. Okay.
Yeah, Rayman M.
No, I don't know something, but it was like this. It was actually pretty cool, and you would race in it or fight. This reminds me a lot like that B-list game that's like a fighter.
Okay.
I'm not feeling like that first party charm that Nintendo puts on the games. Like
I 100% am.
I don't
just
know.
In the characters.
I feel like all the weapons are so half-baked. It's either like, oh, remember the ice laser beam, or like you shoot off a few rockets and stuff like that.
Yeah, but there's more than that in the game. Like that's the other thing is I think.
Oh, I know. Like let's say we only saw a small portion of it.
We did, and we definitely did.
But it's like impressed me. You know.
I think it did impress. I thought it was really good. I never once.
Now I'm not saying it's bad or like I would never play it. Stuff like that. Because even like when we did the little ARMS video, me and Brian, and we talked about it. And I was just kind of like, yeah, I watched 10 minutes of it, whatever, it's good, I'm not going to buy it. But even afterwards, I'm like, I'm still probably going to buy it just because, like, the hype, you guys are all getting it. It's a Switch multiplayer game, Switch is on the go, Switch, that's cool. So why not just get it? Mm-hmm. And going into this test punch, I was like, yeah, just convince me that this is actually fun. I can play with other people, I want to get it. But by the end of it, I was just like, no, I'm, like, convinced I don't want to get it. And I don't know why.
Yeah, I really want to, like, know what it is you don't like about it. Because it's like everything you've said is, like, just going towards the fact that you don't like it because it's a fighting game. So maybe you just don't like fighting games.
But see, like, I'm really intrigued by Injustice, and I want to play that really bad. So
but you like those characters more.
No, I think I like the grind in that game.
Sure. I mean,
Injustice
2 definitely has a grind.
Yeah, Injustice 2, I was going to say.
Yeah, because I have that, and I've been playing through that, and it is awesome. Like, it's a lot of fun, and it's cool to unlock gear and upgrade your characters and stuff like that. But the thing is, ARMS does that too.
I think they took fighting games to the next level.
Who, Injustice or ARMS? Or just
Injustice?
Yeah, definitely.
I agree. I want to.
But like, what do you like about Injustice though? Like, what intrigues you about it?
Definitely
I need to play it. Okay.
Definitely the characters.
No. Yeah, that's cool. That's like the factor of like hooking me on kind of, but wheeling me in is like when I look at that game, I feel like it's going to be mechanically perfect hitboxes. Every move you're making matters, kind of like that.
Every move you make.
Bingo. Yeah. Okay, but see, now in ARMS, I just have like this big boxing glove, and it's like you know, like thrown across the screen. Okay. And I like Injustice is like, I don't want to say close quarter combat, but it's like, do, and you know, everything matters, and then, oh, I'm grinding for the gear. Sure, all that's in ARMS, but I guess a good way to put it is like, in ARMS, I was playing the volleyball mode, okay? And you got your net in the middle, and and it was literally just like, oh, we're at the side of the court, bam, 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 we're hitting the volley. Like,
yeah, definitely. Volleyball was not a good mode.
Why?
Like,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that was another, I don't want to say bad taste in my mouth, but it's just like, is this seriously, your selling point is this fighting that I'm not getting into, and then we're just lobbing this ball over and all this.
Yeah, but it's like, see, I had a lot of fun, like, mixing and matching, like, the different gloves and stuff like that, and, like, picking the different characters and, like, getting the different characters' abilities and finding the different stages. Yeah. And, like, I like that it was, like, 1v1 or 2v1 or, like, you know, you had 1v1v1 or 4 on each other. 100%. You know? Like, that was really cool, and that was awesome. The little bit of news that I want to get into is the one that's happening this weekend, which was last weekend by the time you see this. Yeah. Is adding new modes and stuff like that. So it's not going to be just like volleyball and the fighting stuff. They're like changing up the modes and stuff to add like a little bit more, which is really cool.
I don't know if the rounds are too short too. Especially in volleyball, because you're playing volleyball and then a timer just starts going off and then it's just like drop, explode, blah, blah, blah.
Sure. So yeah, definitely. And that's the thing. Volleyball mode wasn't that great. But like as a fighter, as like a fighting game, like a boxing game, I think it works really well. And I think it's going to be like, I think it's going to do fine. I think it's going to do great. But yeah.
I feel like a $20 price tag is where it's at.
No, I don't think I think $60 this is good. What?
No.
Next Splatoon?
Yes, I really do think so. I think it has the potential to be the next Splatoon.
No, here's the thing. I think it will hit that level, but I don't think it deserves to hit that level.
Sure. I mean, compared to Splatoon, yeah.
Right, compared to Splatoon, totally. A lot, but like as a new Nintendo IP that's like, hey, this is like a new franchise we're trying out. And who knows, by the time ARMS comes out and we do start to feel that grind and like figure out like, oh cool, I just unlocked this awesome glove and I got this awesome arm and now I have this character and I can put this on them and like customize them this way. Like that's when I think you're really gonna like, because you're gonna get attached to the characters you create, and that's gonna make you like really care about it more. So, in which case, that's exactly what Splatoon was. Because imagine if there was no gear grind in Splatoon, that game would suck. If everybody had the exact same gear, had to use the exact same gun, maybe you could switch between a sniper, a shotgun, and the automatic or whatever. You had 3 guns, and that's it. Splatoon would have sucked.
That's basically how I played Splatoon. But see, I have like nostalgic memories tied to Splatoon, and that's probably why it's so fun.
So it's like, that's the thing, like going through and like getting the new gear and like leveling up your different gear and like stuff like that. That was what made Splatoon really fun, at least for me, was like the customizing and like actually like figuring out like, hey, what can I use, what suits my playstyle more.
Yeah, no, I can.
Or like that, and ARMS has that exact same feel, at least for me. A little bit more news comments kind of thing from it is that Min Min and Ninjara were the most used 2 players for the test punch.
Okay.
Who did you use?
All of them. No, I just kept going through all of them, and then
Mr. I used Ninjara the most, so
yeah,
that's funny how
Ninjago.
Ninjago.
I was actually
you were actually a Lego character.
They need to do a new Lego Bionicle game.
No, they don't.
Today, and that was going to be
what happened to Bionicles?
I don't know.
They're still around. It's still a thing.
There needs to be a Connect game too, and maybe a Duplo,
and maybe a
Connect on Connect.
Connects on Connect. Yes.
Oh my god.
Connects
on Connect.
I'm thinking. What's that? Let's bring back Cubics.
Dude, I think about Cubics literally almost daily, though.
WB.
I'm not even kidding.
I remember the TV show.
WB, 4 Kids or whatever it was. Dude, they have a GameCube game. Do you have the GameCube game?
I don't know. I was going to pull it down.